Guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at all of our baseball games we have coming up for Wednesday, June 11th. We have 15 games in total to break down today. Every team's playing. We're getting deeper into the month of June. We are almost at the halfway point of the season. The season is really starting to fly by. We're going to look at every single one of our games today and do our predictions. Try to predict who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final score might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, whether you agree, disagree, drop the comments down below. I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below, click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. On top of the baseball, once the football season starts, we also go over all of our football games. That's the NFL. That's college football. We do predictions. We do best bets for every game every week. And when it comes to baseball, we do our predictions and best bets every single day for every game this entire season. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. But let's not waste any more time. Let's start looking at these games. And our very first game is going to be at 12:35 p.m. We're going to have the 24-40 Miami Marlins. Season got away from them really quick versus the 27-40 Pittsburgh Pirates. Both these teams are in very similar positions record-wise, but you could say that Pittsburgh right now is the hotter team. They definitely have the better pitching here because Miami's pitching has really been holding them back, but their offense is not bad. The Marlins right now have a 40% chance to win this game. Pittsburgh, a 60% chance. Right now, the Pirates, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Pittsburgh is minus 160. Miami's plus 135. Right now, the Marlins, they can at least score some runs. That's one thing that they do well. 4.1 runs a game, 249 average, 54 home runs, 50 steals, very balanced on offense, but they are giving up 5.03 runs per game. That is bottom 10 in baseball. Right now, the Pirates, they are bottom 3 on offense, really struggling to score runs, 3.2 runs a game. They got to get that number up. They're hitting 227. 46 home runs, 62 bases, but they're only giving up 3.84 runs per game. Pitching has been their saving grace so far this season. It's at least keeping the scores close. Looking at our pitching, you have Cal Quantrill right now going for the Marlins. Not the best start right now. 3-6 record. 5.63 ERA, 54.1 innings, 40 strikeouts, 64 hits in 54 innings. He's putting a lot of guys on base here. The big question is, will the Pirates be able to get them home? Pirates have Bailey Falter going 4-3 record, a 3.49 ERA, 69.2 innings, only 43 strikeouts, but he's keeping guys from scoring, only 54 hits in 69 innings. I'm going to go with the Pirates winning a really close, low-scoring game. Going to go with the Pirates winning, but winning by 1. So I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under here. And our second game is a solid matchup on MLB Network at 1:05 p.m. We're going to have the 40-26 Chicago Cubs. What a start to the season for the Cubs. One of the best offenses in baseball. They are top 5 in practically every single offensive category. They'll be facing off versus the 38-28 Philadelphia Phillies. Do not sleep on the Phillies here. Phillies second place in the NL East, Chicago first place in the NL Central. Both of these teams playoff caliber teams. Right now, the Cubs, 54.7% chance to win this game. Philadelphia, a 45.3% chance. But the Phillies are the Vegas favorites, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Philadelphia, they're minus 125. Chicago is plus 105 right now. But you can make a strong case for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. Right now, the Cubs, top 5 offense, averaging 5.6 runs a game. Hitting 259, 88 home runs, that's top 5. 82 steals, that's top 5. They have power, they have speed, and they now have pitching also, only giving up 3.67 runs per game. Philadelphia, though, when you look at this lineup, one of the better lineups in baseball. They have Schwarber, 20 home runs, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, 250, 68 home runs, 58 steals, giving up 4.01 runs per game. But I've been very clear here. Once they get Nola back, they do have one of the deepest starting rotations in baseball. They just have some injury concerns right now. Looking at that starting pitching, you have Ben Brown going for the Cubs. 3-4 record, a 5.37 ERA, 63.2 innings, 78 strikeouts. He's a strikeout pitcher. And then you have Jesus Luzardo going for the Phillies. 5-2 record, a 4.46 ERA, 72.2 innings, 83 strikeouts. Also a strikeout pitcher. There's probably going to be a lot of strikeouts this game, but the Phillies, one of the better contact teams, and they draw a lot of walks right now. This is one of those games that's also up for grabs. I'm going to go with the Cubs pulling off a very close upset. I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm just barely going to go with the over. And at 1:10 p.m., we're going to have the 35-33 Cincinnati Reds. They fought their way back to 500. They're now 2 games over 500, 4th place in the NL Central, which just lets you know how deep that division is. But the Cleveland Guardians, 34-32, yes, not playing their best baseball the last 2 weeks, but the AL Central has to be one of the deepest, most competitive divisions in baseball. They are 3rd place in that division. Right now, Cincinnati, a 60.4% chance to win this game. Cleveland, a 39.6%. The Reds are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Cincinnati, they're minus 105. Cleveland is minus 115. This is another one of those really strong matchups to where you can make a strong case for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. Cincinnati's, their offense has been up and down the last few weeks. As of right now, though, it's starting to tread back up. 4.6 runs a game, 244 average, 71 home runs, a lot of pop here. 57 steals, giving up 3.71 runs per game. One thing they've been able to rely on since opening day has been consistent starting pitching from that rotation. Right now, Cleveland, their offense is starting to tread backwards right now. They got to get it back on track. They're only averaging 3.9 runs a game. 234 average, 66 home runs, 50 steals, giving up 3.95 runs per game, which is respectable. Starting pitching, you have Nick Lodolo going for the Reds, career 4.1 ERA, this season 4-4 record, 3.21 ERA, 75.2 innings, 64 strikeouts, only 9 home runs in 13 games. That's pretty good. And Logan Allen going for Cleveland, career 4.5 ERA. So far this season, right along with his career average, 3-4 record, a 4.42 ERA, 55 innings, 40 strikeouts, 27 walks in 55 innings. That's a walk every other inning. You don't want to put guys on base here. Give me the Reds to win this game. I have them covering the spread, and I'm still going to go with the under here. And then at 210, what a game this is. Both of these teams could really use this win. We're going to have the 28-37 Atlanta Braves. They finally got a win under their belt. This team was really reeling the last 2 weeks. They have their best hitter back. They have Acuna back. They have their best pitcher back. They have Strider back. Team started out 0-7, fought their way all the way back, got over 500. And then this weekend, they dropped to 10 games under 500. They got to start that slow ascent, chip their way, claw their way back to 500. They'll be facing off first the 35-32 Milwaukee Brewers. Not the team you want to play right now. This team is very hot, scoring runs, pitching. They're doing a bit of everything. Right now, Milwaukee, 50.3% chance to win this game. Atlanta, a 49.7% chance. The fans are slightly favoring Milwaukee, but it is what it is. It's practically a 50-50 pick 'em. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta, they're minus 135. Milwaukee is plus 115 right now. Right now, the Braves are averaging 4 runs a game, hitting 242, 68 home runs, 36 steals, giving up 3.79 runs per game. That number's starting to slowly come down. Pitching is getting better. And Milwaukee, they can kind of do a little bit of everything. 4.4 runs a game, 237 average, 59 home runs, 85 steals. That's top 5 in baseball. Extremely aggressive on the base pass. Smaller market team. They excel at playing small ball, and they're only giving up 3.82 runs per game. Looking at the pitching for the Braves, Spencer Schwallenbach, career 3.3 ERA. So far this season, 4-4 record, a 3.24 ERA, 80.2 innings, 75 strikeouts, only 9 home runs in 13 games, solid numbers. Chad Patrick, the rookie coming in here, what a rookie season for him. 3-5 record, a 2.84 ERA, 69.2 innings, 63 strikeouts. The case can be made for Milwaukee to pull off the upset. This is one of those games, it scares the crap out of you betting on because either one of these teams can win it. But I'm going to go with the Braves pulling off the victory here, covering the spread, going with the over. And on the MLB Network at 2:15 p.m., we have the 36-30 Toronto Blue Jays facing off first. The 36-30 St. Louis Cardinals. Both of these teams have the same record, so bragging rights is definitely up for grabs here. Both of these teams are hotter teams right now. Right now, the Blue Jays, their offense has really caught on the last 3 weeks. I was saying the whole season, a very underperforming offense. They have a lot of weapons. Springer, Kirk, Bichette, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Santander, they just weren't swinging the bats well. They are hitting the home runs right now, and obviously St. Louis has been playing pretty good baseball this entire season. Right now, the Blue Jays, a 40.3% chance to win this game. The Cardinals, a 59.7% chance. St. Louis, 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 8.5. Looking at the matchup here, you have the Cardinals minus 155. The Blue Jays are plus 130. Toronto right now, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 252 average, 65 home runs. That number's starting to climb right now. 37 steals, giving up 4.02 runs per game. But St. Louis, not a team you want to play right now. 4.6 runs a game, 258 average, 58 home runs, 37 steals, giving up 3.87 runs per game. And then looking at our pitching, I hate going into these games. We do not have a starter announced as of me making this video for the Blue Jays. I hate not knowing who's going to be on the mound. You're kind of going into the game blind. You don't even know what one of the main variables are. Could turn into a bullpen game. St. Louis definitely has the edge when it comes to bullpens. And for the Cardinals, they have Matthew Liberatore going 3-5 record, a 3.82 ERA, which is way under his career average of about 4.5. 68 innings, 58 strikeouts, only 6 home runs in 12 games, only 10 walks in 12 games. Pretty good control, keeping the ball in the ballpark. That's what you want to do here versus the Blue Jay Hot Bats. Give me the Cardinals to win this one to cover the spread. We don't know who's on the mound for the Blue Jays. If it's a bullpen game, give me the over. And at 3:40 p.m., the 33-32 Seattle Mariners started out the first month really hot. The month of May, not the best month. They were about 10 games over 500. Now they sit 1 game over 500, so they kind of lost some of their steam on offense. They'll be facing off against the 32-34 Arizona Diamondbacks, trying to claw their way back to 500. Right now, Seattle a 58% chance to win this game. Arizona a 42% chance, but the Mariners are 1.5-run favorites. 8.5 over under Seattle. They're minus 115. Arizona minus 105. Both of these teams have offenses capable of pulling off the win here. You got to respect the offensive capabilities of both of these teams. Right now, the Mariners 4.4 runs a game, very well rounded on offense. 239 average, 83 home runs, 63 steals, and they have pitching 3.91 runs per game. But the Diamondbacks, they score a lot of runs, but more specifically, they hit a lot of home runs, top 5 in total home runs this season. They're averaging 5 runs a game, hitting .252, 91 home runs, 51 steals, giving up 4.86 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs per game, but at least they score enough runs to back it up. Looking at our pitching, you have Brian Rue right now going for the Mariners, one of their better starters this season. 5-3 record, a 3.07 ERA, very consistent throughout his young career. 76.1 innings, 69 strikeouts, only 11 walks in 13 games. That's less than a walk per game. You don't want guys on base here versus a power-hitting Diamondbacks team. And for Arizona, they have Eduardo Rodriguez. Not the best start of his season. Way above his career average. 1-3 record, a 6.7 ERA, 49.2 innings, 55 strikeouts. He's striking out a lot of guys, but 9 home runs in 49 innings. That's not going to cut it here. Give me the Mariners to win this one on the road to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over here. And at 4:07 p.m., we have the 26-42 Athletics visiting the 31-34 Los Angeles Angels. One thing that we can say about both of these teams, they both love the home run. They both hit a lot of home runs. This game has the potential to be a home run derby game. Right now, the A's a 44.9% chance to win this game. The Angels a 55.1% chance. The Angels 1.5-run favorites. The over here is 10.5. Vegas definitely sees a lot of runs being scored. Right now, the Athletics are coming into this game. They're going to be plus 110. The Angels are minus 130. Right now, the A's, they're averaging 4.3 runs a game. That's pretty respectable. 257 average, 80 home runs, 37 stolen bases. The big issue for both of these teams, both of their pitching is awful. That's why the over-under is so high. Right now, the Athletics are giving up 5.68 runs per game. The Angels are better than that, but they're really not much better than that. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, 225 average, 93 home runs. That's top 5 in baseball. 28 steals, giving up 4.85 runs per game. JP Sears is going to be on the mound for the Athletics. 5-5 record, a 5.21 ERA, 67.1 innings, 49 strikeouts, putting a lot of guys on base here. 73 hits in 67 innings, 15 home runs in 12 games. They're giving up a lot of runs, but that's nothing new. With the Angels, they have the veteran Kyle Hendricks going 3-6 record, 5.4 ERA, well above his career average. 65 innings, 41 strikeouts. Right now, 20 walks, 11 home runs, but he's a veteran. At any point, he could turn it on, have a good, clean game, and then the very next week get completely rocked. But I'm going to go with the A's pulling off the upset here. Going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go high scoring. I'm going to go with the over still. And at 4:10 p.m., we have the 40-27 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL West, versus the 37-28 San Diego Padres, second place in the NL West. This is an NL West versus NL West matchup. This is two teams more than capable of making the playoffs, and obviously the Dodgers are right now the reigning World Series champions. Right now, the Dodgers a 45.5% chance to win this game. San Diego a 54.5%. LA 1.5-run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Dodgers are minus 150. The Padres are plus 125. Vegas doesn't have much faith in the Padres, but the fans are leaning San Diego right now. When you look at the Dodgers, probably the best top to bottom roster in baseball. But they have 15 pitchers. 15 pitchers on the DL. Their pitching staff's been completely decimated, but yet they continue to score. They continue to find ways to win. They're averaging 5.6 runs a game, 266 average. That's the leading batting average in baseball. 102 total home runs for the team. They've been swapping with the Yankees back and forth for first place. 42 steals, getting a 4.11 runs per game, which is pretty good considering the fact that they have 15 pitchers on the DL. And for San Diego, their offense has definitely taken a massive step back the last 2 weeks. Fernando Tatis, He used to be hitting 330. The average is down to 260 right now. They got to get the bats back on track. They're averaging 4 runs a game, 246 average, 56 home runs, 49 steals, giving up 3.42 runs per game. Even though the pitching's taken a step back, the batting's taken a step back, pitching has consistently been good since opening day. Starting rotation's been great. A bullpen's been great. Looking at our pitching, you have Justin Robleski right now going for the Dodgers. Young pitcher, 1-2 record, 7.2 ERA, but obviously a very small sample size, 15 innings, 13 strikeouts. Randy Vasquez going for the Padres, 3-4 record, a 3.69 ERA, 63.1 innings, 37 strikeouts. By no means a strikeout pitcher. What concerns me about him is 34 walks in 63 innings. That's not a number that you want to see putting a lot of guys on base here versus the hot Dodgers bats. But I'm still going to go San Diego pulling off the win here. I'm going to go with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. And at 6:35 p.m., the 44-24 Detroit Tigers, first place in the extremely competitive AL Central. One of the best teams so far this season. They have a great offense. They have power, but the pitching staff, top 3 overall pitching staff in baseball. They'll be facing the 26-38 Baltimore Orioles, who definitely do not have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. The offense is struggling. Pitching is bottom 10 in baseball. Right now, the Tigers a 55.5% chance to win. The Orioles a 44.5%. Detroit, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Tigers are -110. Baltimore is -110. People are giving Baltimore a real shot for the upset here. Right now, the Tigers and that great offense are averaging 4.9 runs a game, hitting 250, 76 home runs, pretty good power, 24 steals, but it is the pitching that separates them from the pack. 3.15 runs per game. That is number 3 in baseball. The Orioles, they used to have a good offense when the season first started. We didn't really think offense was going to be a problem, but we knew pitching was. Right now, they're only averaging 3.8 runs a game, 238 average, 70 home runs. They have power, 46 steals, but they're giving up 5.09 runs per game. The Orioles have Zach Eflin going, 5-2 record, 4.47 ERA, 46.1 innings, 31 strikeouts, 10 home runs in 46 innings. That is a lot of home runs in 46 innings. And then Casey Mize right now going for the Tigers, 6-1 record, really solid start to the season. 2.91 ERA, which is well below his career average of about 4. 55.2 innings, 48 strikeouts, only 8 home runs in 12 games. That's the type of numbers that I want to see. Give me the Tigers to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 7:10 p.m., we have a AL East versus AL East matchup. We have the 36-30 Tampa Bay Rays. This team has been playing really good baseball for probably the last 3 weeks. Their offense is on track. They have power, they have speed, and they also have pitching, an extremely well-rounded team. They'll be playing the 33-36 Boston Red Sox. When it comes to the Red Sox, they have a very good offense. Pitching's kind of been up and down throughout the season, but they do hit a lot of home runs, and they are very difficult to beat at home in Fenway Park. Right now, the Rays on the road, a 53.9% chance to win this game. The Red Sox, a 46.1% chance. Tampa Bay, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 9.5. Boston, they're -115. The Rays are -105. Tampa Bay, with that well-rounded offense, they're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting 246, 70 home runs, 90 steals. That's top 5 in baseball. Extremely aggressive on the bases, and they're only giving up 3.49 runs per game. It's not just the starting rotation, it's the bullpen as well playing great. Boston, they're averaging 4.8 runs a game. They can score some runs, 254 average, 78 home runs, 57 steals, getting a 4.09 runs per game. The Rays have Zach Littell going. Career about a 3.88 ERA. So far this season, 6-5 record, 3.68 ERA, 80.2 innings, 52 strikeouts, only 11 walks in 13 games. He has given up 17 home runs, so the control kind of balances out. He doesn't walk anyone, but he gives up home runs. It somehow works out. Walker Buehler going for the Red Sox. Not a good last 2 starts for him. ERA was in the 3s. It's gone all the way up to 5.18. He needs to get back to 2019 form. 4-4 record, a 5.18 ERA, 48.2 innings, 44 strikeouts. Get a little more control here. Calm down. He showed some promise when this season started. Going through a little rough patch right now, but hopefully he can get things back on track. This is one of those games I can honestly see as a pick 'em. Call me crazy here. I'm going to go out on a ledge here. I'm going to go with the Red Sox winning this one, going with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And we went from AL East versus AL East to NL East versus NL East at 7:10 p.m. The 30-35 Washington Nationals. Do not fully judge this team by the record. Young team, but they have a lot of fight. Very scrappy team, very competitive team. A lot of very close 1-2 run losses. Point is, they are usually in the game down to the very end. They'll be facing the 42-24 New York Mets. The Nationals third place in the NL East. The Mets are first place in the NL East, swapping with the Tigers for most wins in baseball. Right now, the Mets a 69.4% chance to win this game. The Nationals a 30.6%. The Mets are such heavy favorites here. It's a little concerning. Sometimes that's potentially setting up for the upset. Right now, New York, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Mets are minus 235. Big numbers there. The Nationals are plus 195. The Nationals have a pretty decent offense. It's the pitching staff for the most part, especially the bullpen, that's been holding this team back. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 239 average, 63 home runs, 57 steals, very balanced on offense, giving up 4.89 runs per game. And for the Mets, they're starting to get that offense on track. Soto's actually been hot the last 1 to 2 weeks, that 1 through 3. Lindor, Soto, Alonso, that's about as good as it gets. Once 4 through 9 wakes up, it's pretty deadly. 4.6 runs a game. 249 average, starting to show a lot of power, 83 home runs, starting to get aggressive on the bases, 54 steals. But it's the pitching that makes the Mets one of the best teams in baseball, the number 1 overall team ERA in baseball, number 1 pitching staff ERA, number 1 bullpen ERA, only giving up 2.85 runs per game. First place by a lot. Right now for the Nationals, they have Jake Irvin going solid open into the season. 5-2 record, a 4.02 ERA, 78.1 innings, 50 strikeouts. Overall, pretty good numbers. And David Peterson going for the Mets. He's been kind of up and down throughout his career, but did finish last season, second half of the season, with the number 1 ERA in baseball. This season, he picked up right where he left off last year. 4-2 record, a 2.8 ERA, 70.2 innings, 65 strikeouts. A lot of walks, 25 walks, but only 4 home runs in 13 games. That's what I want to see here. And they're going to have Diaz this game. Give me the Mets to win this one, to cover the spread. And I'm going to go with the under. And this next matchup is actually an under-the-radar, really surprisingly competitive game. This is going to be on MLB Network or on Prime Video. It's a good one. 7:40 p.m., the first place in the AL East, the New York Yankees, 39-25, one of the best teams in baseball, versus the 34-32 Kansas City Royals, fourth place in the AL Central. Just to show you how good that division is, they are 2 games over 500, and they're fourth place in their own division. One of the worst offenses in baseball, yet they continue to win because they have an elite level pitching. Right now, the Yankees a 49.6% chance to win. The Royals a 50.4%. The Yankees 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York comes into this game. Obviously, they're going to be the favorites with Vegas. They have all the big hitters. Right now, the Yankees minus 120. The Royals come into this game. They are even. New York, a top 6 overall offense, obviously led by Aaron Judge, hitting .396, and we're almost at the All-Star break. Video game numbers, 23 home runs, 55 RBIs, 5.5 runs a game, 259 average, 105 home runs. They just barely passed the Dodgers for first place. 48 steals, giving up 3.78 runs per game. Yes, that's higher than it was last week, but they don't even have their ace, Garrett Cole, and they continue to have elite starting pitching. The Royals, if their offense was just a little better, just a hair better, they'd be in first place in their division. They're averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting .253, 44 home runs. Problem's been power and hitting the long ball. 53 steals, but only giving up 3.31 runs per game. Really good pitching. The pitching is keeping this team alive. Right now for the Yankees, Clark Schmidt going career 3.9 ERA. So far this season, 2-3 record. 4.04 ERA, 49 innings, 50 strikeouts. Overall, solid numbers. Chris Bubic going for the Royals. Can this guy get some run support, please? 5-3 record, a 1.43 ERA. If this guy was on the Yankees, he'd be like a Cy Young favorite right now. 75.1 innings, 79 strikeouts, only 3 home runs in 13 games. That is elite. That is crazy good. Probably the lowest home run giving up percentage in all of baseball right now. And that's what you want to see here versus the number 1 home run hitting team. But some might say he is due to get shelled. Either way, I'm going to go with the Royals pulling off the upset. The Yankees scored a buttload of runs yesterday. Sometimes that means that they are due to have quiet bats the next game. The Royals win it, plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. And at 7:40 p.m., we have the 31-35 Texas Rangers. When you look at this team's lineup, one of the better offensive lineups in baseball. The bats have not been hitting this entire season. Corey Seager's back. 0 excuses. They got to get that offense on track because they have elite pitching. Number 2 overall pitching in baseball. They'll be facing off first the 35-30 Minnesota Twins. Not a team you want to play right now. They have a hot offense. They have great pitching. Right now, Minnesota 63.4% chance to win this game. Texas a 36.6% chance. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Rangers are plus 115. The Twins are minus 135. The Rangers in that anemic offense, please Give your pitcher some run support. They're only averaging 3.3 runs a game, 221 average, 66 home runs. They have some pop. They just got to get guys on base when they hit the home runs. No more solo home runs. 58 steals, giving up 3.11 runs per game. That is elite. The Twins, 4.2 runs a game, 242 average, 67 home runs, 33 steals, a 3.51 team ERA. For the Twins, David Festa going right now. 0-1 record, a 5.4 ERA. Not the best start so far this season, but it's been a very small sample size. 16.2 innings, 21 strikeouts. Strikeout pitcher here. And for the Rangers, they have Jack Leiter going. He's been up and down this season. Started out, he was a little injured to start, but he's actually pitched pretty well in the last 3 starts. 4-2 record, 3.48 ERA, 51.2 innings, 42 strikeouts. I had a really hard time calling this game on who I think was going to win it. For some reason, I think the Twins are going to pull it out. But the Rangers really scare me this game. This game is on upset alert, but I'm going to go with Minnesota winning it, covering the spread, the 1.5 there. And I'm going to go with the over, but please keep your eye on the Rangers. Something just doesn't feel right here. In our second to last game at 8:10 p.m., the 22-44 Chicago White Sox. Yes, that's an awful record. They did lose 121 games last season. Let's not forget about that, but they're actually a pretty scrappy team. They're always prepared to pull off an upset. They'll be facing the 36-29 Houston Astros. The Astros right now first place in the AL West. Give this team some props. Veteran team, experienced team. One thing the Astros have had going for them for the last decade now has been elite starting pitching. They have that again this season. Right now, the Astros a 59.2% chance to win this game. Chicago a 40.8%. Houston, they are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over and under. Chicago, they're plus 155. Houston is minus 185. The White Sox, if they can get that offense right, pitching's keeping these games close. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting 223, 52 home runs, 47 steals a game at 4.12 runs per game. The Astros, 4 runs a game. If they can get Alvarez going, he's that spark that can really light this offense and carry them through up to the playoffs. 250 average, 65 home runs. Power starting to wake up, 38 steals. But it's the pitching, as always, with the Astros, only giving up 3.52 runs per game. Sean Burke right now going for the White Sox, 3-6 record, 4.03 ERA. That is solid numbers without a lot of run support. 67 innings, 50 strikeouts, but 32 walks. That is a lot of walks. That's a walk every other inning. And then Ryan Gusto going right now for the Astros, 3-3 record, 4.78 ERA. Not the best ERA, but can the Chicago offense actually take advantage of its pitches? 43.1 innings, 45 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Astros winning this game, covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under here. And we've made it to our final game at 8:40 p.m. The 38-28 San Francisco Giants, third place in the NL West, 10 games over 500, and they're third place in the NL West. What a deep division. They'll be facing off first the 12-53 Colorado Rockies. Yes, they're the worst team in baseball. Yes, they're on pace to lose like 135 games. They are historically awful, but not bad baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks. They've actually been competitive, pulled off a couple upsets, even have a sweep in there. Right now, the Rockies a 37.5% chance to win this game. The Giants a 62.5%. San Francisco, 2.5 run favorites, heavy favorites here, 10.5 over under. Right now, the Giants are minus 240. The Rockies are plus 200. San Francisco, 4.1 runs a game, 229 average, 61 home runs, 41 steals. As good as the offense has been, it's been pretty consistent. It's all about the pitching here. 3.04 runs per game. The starting rotation, the bullpen, it's all elite. Right now, Colorado, the worst offense in baseball. They are awful. 3.1 runs a game, a 219 average. Both of those are dead last in their categories in baseball. 55 home runs, 30 steals. Pitching is second to last place in baseball, giving up 5.53 runs per game. It really sucks for the Rockies fans here because they're not good at anything. They really have nothing to root for, but at least they showed some heart, some fight the last few weeks. Maybe they can use that as a building block going forward, try to build up some momentum. Right now, the Rockies going with Kyle Freeland, 1-8 record, a 5.19 ERA, 67.2 innings, 52 strikeouts, but 91 hits in 67 innings. That is a lot of people on base. Right now, the Giants, one of the best this season going. Robbie Ray, career 3.8 ERA. So far, the season might be his best season so far. 8-1 record, 2.44 ERA, 77.1 innings, 87 strikeouts, only 6 home runs in 13 games. He's on pace for about 265 strikeouts this year. Give me the Giants to win it. I have the Giants winning, covering the spread. That's a massive over-under. I hate big over-unders. I'm going to go with the under. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions and best bets for all of our baseball games coming up for Wednesday, June 11th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. By all means, if you have any comments, do you agree, disagree, drop it down below in the comments. I will make sure that I respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. Click on that link, sign up. I would definitely appreciate that. And of course, thank you guys for watching.